Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Karen O and I'm very grateful that you are able to stop by today. For those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching my videos, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. For those of you just coming by, please welcome, join the family, kindly subscribe. On this channel we discuss all things grad school, we discuss all things lifestyle, we discuss all things scholarships, we discuss all things food. Either ways, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Karen O and today I'll be discussing on a series titled The Journey So Far. So God has laid this in my heart to do for a while now, and I've been contemplating, and finally I'm doing it. What's the journey so far? So it's just a series where I get to share the journey after grad school. After grad school, really, what is next? What is next? How far? You know, how they go, they go. How they go, they go. You know, a lot of us want to leave Nigeria, want to come abroad for a master's program. Some of us just want to japa, whatever may be. You leave Nigeria, you get here, what next? After your grad school, what next? Of course, we know it's to get a job, but how do you get a job? You know, so that's what the journey so far is about, where people that have come to the US successfully for their master's degree will be sharing with you their journey so far, challenges they've encountered, successes they've encountered, you know, breakthroughs they've encountered, what you should do, what you should not do. And to start to kick off this story, I'll be starting with myself. With my journey so far. So I arrived in the US on the 29th of December 2020, the COVID year, and after I got here I was so excited, so many things to do, class registrations, deciding the classes to take, registering for my SSN, which is your social security number, which is a unique identifier assigned to you when you come to the US for as a resident in the US, whether alien or non-alien. But if you come to school, you're classified as a non-alien resident. And you know, do my registrations, enroll for payroll so I can get paid, because I came to school on a graduate assistantship and I was being paid a regular stipend, so I needed to do that enrollment. And after that, my first semester was pretty chill. I took 2 online classes and 1 in-person class, and then I was a TA, so I used to go for my TA classes. It was so cold that semester, guys. If you're coming to the US, know the area you're coming to and be prepared, because there was one day that I was so cold. I went for evening mass and I was coming, the bus was leaving, and the bus comes every 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. I literally was going to like hostels, like not hostel now, like apartment homes, to try to just enter and stay warm till the bus comes. All doors were shut. My ear had gone, like I wasn't hearing again. It was numb, my fingers were numb. I had like frostbite that day. It was not a good experience. After that, I ran to Amazon and ordered better gloves and ear meetings, because cold wired me that day. Either ways, when I was coming to the US, I had used all of my savings for flight tickets, you know, for money to come here. That reminds me, when you want to come here for your rent, the apartment will normally ask you to have a security deposit, or they'll ask you to have a guarantor. So I didn't have any guarantor, so I went the security deposit route, and so you have to pay like some amount of money. For my apartment it was $350 and my rent was $356, so almost the same thing. So sometimes I just tell people 2 times your rent. So I paid that money. I mean, after I did all of that expenses, I was short on cash, and I didn't have a laptop, so I needed a laptop. So that made me apply for something we call here a credit card. So a credit card means you can borrow money without having it and use it, but make sure you pay back within a certain date. If not, you pay interest. I hate paying interest, so I always try to pay up and clear up my credit card debt early. And after that, my first semester, like I said, was really chill, and I then went on to get my first car. So I was so excited. It was a 2008 Honda, I keep forgetting the name, Honda Accord. End of discussion. But that car stressed me, sha. God, that car stressed me. I remember what my birthday that year, was it either that year, my birthday that year, I literally was driving this car and the tire came off. Oh no, that car stressed me. I was so happy to get rid of it. But my new car now, a blessing from above. No issues till date, and it's almost a year. I mean, that's normal, but because of my PTSD, I keep expecting something to happen. So I'm always like, can you hear this noise? Can you hear that noise? Either ways. So I got my first car, super excited. I mean, then it wasn't giving me issues, so I was still very much excited. And then my first summer here, I worked that summer. So because I was a teaching assistant, and teaching assistantships, you only have funding for 9 months in my school. That summer, which was 3 months, I had to look for other sorts of income, other sources, because I did multiple jobs. So I worked as an RA for my professor. I also worked as a GA for the women in engineering, and I also worked as an SA. I don't know if you've heard of this one before, but it's called student assistant. My department, they were doing like a revamp and a remodel, so they needed some students to assist. They were going to pay like $10 per hour, and because in the summer students can work for up to 40 hours, I decided to take on that job. What did I not do? I painted, I carried chair, I screwed chair, I assembled, disassembled, I cleaned labs, tables, using, okay, I didn't use acid, but I used bleach, I used grease cleaner. As in, I learned a lot of cleaning hacks from that experience. I mean, it's one for the books, really, and I really learned a lot of like assembling things, disassembling things, which I really liked that skill, because in my new place I did all the assemblage myself, and if something is wrong, I basically know how to fix it because of that experience. But that summer was tough. It was tough for me, and I was still taking online classes. I mean, the classes were computing classes as well, so it took a toll on me. But I had an A, so I'll say I graduated a 4.0. So no matter how difficult I say a class was, we know that at the end of the day I still triumphed. So after that summer, my next semester, I took on more workload because I was trying to graduate in 2 years with my both master's degrees. So I took 12 credits that semester, plus I was job hunting. It wasn't easy, guys. It wasn't easy at all. Job hunting is like a full 4 credit unit course. Now, I was a TA for a class, and the first day of class, my professor was asking his students, where are you returning? Where are you getting a job after school? Where are you getting a job? And you're like, oh, I have a returning offer with XYZ. I have a returning offer with ABC. I have a return. And I was like, all these people, they've not even graduated. A year later, they have a job waiting for him. That has to be me, you know? So I knew I had to get an internship that summer. So I was searching, applying, doing interviews. In total, to cut the long story short, I applied for 200 jobs. 200. And out of the 200 of them, I got one. Cummins. Well, I got one I liked. Cummins. So, how did I apply for jobs? Those are the kind of things I want us to be discussing in the journey so far. What are your challenges? What are your highs? What are your lows? How did you do this? How is it working for you? You know? So I use LinkedIn, I use ZipRecruiter, I use Handshake, I use what else? My department will send us job applications, and I'll turn in my application, and I used career fairs, right? So I used my school career fair, I attended, I tried my best, and then I also used career fairs at conferences, right? So I attended the Society of Women Engineers SWE conference and the National Society of Black Engineers NSB conference, and these 2 conferences I turned in my resume. I also had to have a good resume. Now I have a sample of the resume I use for job hunting on my LinkedIn profile, so you can do well to check it out. If not, if you like to see a video on resume making and what your ideal resume can look like, I could also help you. I could do a video of that, or invite a professional to talk about that. But I also attended like resume review, had my school career center review my resume, construct, deconstruct, tear it apart, tailor it to what the roles I was applying for, which was data science roles. And I went for the conference. it was then at Indianapolis, SWE. And honestly, I had not heard of Cummins before then, but I saw my friends queuing up and I'm like, what are you queuing? Oh, Cummins. Okay, I joined the queue. And most companies I had seen at that career fair, they'll just like ask you that, oh, scan this QR code, or just drop your resume, fill a form online. But Cummins, they were doing the interview on the spot, right? So the lady I saw that day asked me my name, the roles I'm interested in. Of course, they had different queues, one for supply chain, one for IT, one for mechanical engineers, one for, different, based on their business functions. They had a queue for it. So I was on the IT queue. So she asked me what was object-oriented programming. I answered her. I was taking a class on data structures that semester, so that was a breeze for me. I answered her and she asked me different questions. I answered her, and eventually she asked me if I knew what Cummins does, and I was honest. I said I did not know. And eventually we wrapped up the interview, and I asked her back that, oh, she asked me a question I did not answer. I'll appreciate if she could enlighten me more. And she said, what was that? I then asked her to tell me what Cummins does and their business niche, and she explained all of it to me. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I actually turned around to go because I was like, I flunked the interview already. I failed the question she asked me. She was like, no, where am I going to that? She was impressed with my performance, that she's moving me to the next stage. I was so excited. So she moved me to the next stage, scheduled a call for me. This was after I had come back from the conference. I did the call. It was another interview round with a more technical manager, a business manager basically, and the interview was in business intelligence, and she asked me a couple of questions. After that, she then told me that, okay, she's impressed with my performance as well and she'll move me to the next stage. And my hiring manager, who's my current manager, then reached out to me and we had a one-on-one, and I was honest as well, for the questions he asked me, and he liked my performance. And interestingly, he liked that I had a mix of petroleum engineering and data science, and I got the internship offer. And then my next semester with at school, which was my spring semester, I really wanted to graduate, especially because I had an internship offer. I was gingered, so I took 12 credits that semester, or more, 4 courses. It wasn't easy, especially in the cold. But we made it, guys. Remember, no matter how hard I say it is, we made it because I had a 4.0 in my both masters. So that semester, it was tough, but we made it. And then after that, I did my summer internship, which was fun. I learned a lot. It was remote, but my manager gave me the opportunity to come over to the office in Nashville, see Nashville, know if it's somewhere I liked, somewhere I would like to stay. And before I finished my internship, I was given a return offer. And then after that, I knew that my last semester, I had to graduate because I had a return offer already. So I had to take 12 more credits. 6 of which was my thesis, 2 were classes. Nobody takes 2 courses in their last semester. People just want to do their thesis. But here I was taking courses, 2 for that matter, and taking my thesis. And 2 of them were intensive. There was no one that there was no walkover class. They were like heavy classes with projects, assignments, quizzes, some of them. But like I said, we made it. And then my thesis as well, of course, I had some tumbles, sometimes when I felt I was not good enough, when my advisors thought it was not good enough, but eventually I was able to put in substantial work that was accepted by the department and I had an external supervisor. So guys, if you do shit, he calls you out, you did shit. And if you did a good job, he tells you, oh, this is a good job, And so I was able to make it. I did my defense. Funny, interestingly, the day of my defense, I got called that my dad had partial stroke. That was a very low moment for me. So I actually just breezed through my defense because I was more concerned about ending the defense and speaking to my dad to know how he was than worrying about defense. I think that actually helped me because I was not nervous or panicking or any of that, and I was able to do my defense. And after my defense, I threw a birthday party for myself because I felt like it was going to be my last birthday in Oklahoma. After 2 years, I had done so much for myself. While I was in school, I was the president of Society of Petroleum Engineers, and I led my team to winning the SPE Outstanding Leadership Award. I was involved in SWE. I was involved in the OU Artificial Intelligence Club, and I had tried to give my best in all of these organizations. I had also won like numerous scholarships. I had received like awards from my department, not to talk about I had published new technical papers, gotten citations. So I was really proud of myself in general, and of course I had a perfect GPA as well, so I was really proud of myself. So I decided to throw myself a birthday party, which was really fun, and I think I've shared what that birthday party looked like on my YouTube channel. I had my friends over, I gave them souvenirs to remember me with, you know, played games. It was really fun. That was on the 4th of December. Funny story, my birthday party was on the 4th of December. I had a project for one of my courses due. I had turned it in like before that was like ending of November. My birthday party was on the 4th, and I had another project due, so I had to use 3 days to do that project because deadline was 7th or more. It was not funny, but I made it work. And of course I had exams which I was able to do as well. You know, I made those work as well. I finished with A's in both courses. And after that, I began to move to Tennessee. No, before I moved. So this was on the 4th, and I think on the 18th, my husband proposed to me. Yeah, he proposed to me. That was really, oh God, I was so happy. I was over the moon. I was over the moon, you know, because in Nigeria, they have this saying that when you graduate from school, you should graduate with your husband, so it's like double graduation. So people were telling me like, oh, congratulations, you have triple graduation, because I had a husband and 2 degrees. I'm like, either ways, I was still happy, you know, because I really love my husband, and I'm happy we decided to move on to the next phase of our lives. So after that, on the 18th, I think on the 26th or 27th of December, after Christmas and fun with my friends, I moved to Nashville, and I began to set up my apartment. And then on the 9th of January, that was my first day at work. Oh God, I was so over the moon, because like bringing myself all the way from Nigeria to the US, and I was able to get a job and graduate, no stories. Oh God, I was so proud of myself. I was so happy. You know, as a child, people used to say they dreamt of being an engineer, they dreamt of being a scientist, they dreamt of this, they dreamt of this. My dream was always to dress nice, wear high heels, go to work and press computer. That was always my dreams. And I think because when I was growing up, most of the successful people around me were bankers, and that's their lifestyle. So that's kind of lifestyle I wanted to have. And finally, I was getting my dream. My dream. So I was so happy my first day at work. And you know, after work, I did not stay for my graduation ceremony because I wanted to celebrate with my husband, and I graduated a semester before him, so I pushed my graduation till May. So after I came to Nashville, I'm jumping. After I came to Nashville, I had to go back to Oklahoma in February to prepare for my wedding. Of course, a lot of the videos on my page are about my wedding series, but yes, I got married on the 18th of March, and I had to go to spend Valentine's Day with my boo-boo. And after that, I then stayed till my wedding, and that was fun as well. And after that, I came back to Nashville to continue work. And after work, in May, I went for my graduation, and now I'm back to Nashville. I'm putting my 2 cents every day at work. Aside from the technical aspect of my work, I'm trying to volunteer. I'm trying to give back to the community. Also, because of all these things I have mentioned, I'm also considering applying for the green card, self-petitioning, the national interest waivers. I don't know if I'm able to apply successfully. I'll probably do a video to share what the process was like, and how to navigate to get a successful application. But so far, I'm on a couple of group chats. If you're watching this video and you want link to those group chats, write it in the comment section and I will let you know. Typically, the group chat is just for people that are trying to apply for their green card, how fellow Nigerians assisting Nigerians. So if you're interested, just let me know. I'll paste the link in the comment section. So far, the journey so far with Cummins has been a pleasant one. I enjoy going to work. I enjoy my team members. I enjoy adding value technically and in my community. Guys, if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, if I kept you company with my fake jokes, Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Comment, guys. Your comments keep me interested. It's how we engage with the video. And subscribe. Please help your girl. Subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Until we meet again, it's your girl Karen. Oh.